for Christian Coaches Podcast. I'm Justin Janowski, your host. I started my business, Faith2Influence, in December of 2018, and I wasn't sure whether or not I could do it, and I felt nervous and scared and excited all at the same time, and God provided for my business in a huge way, and we collected over $250,000 in revenue that first year. Part of the reason why I knew I was able to succeed was because I had a business model design that made sense. I had proper pricing in my business. I had a mindset around sales and money that was healthy. And I also knew high integrity, high converting sales strategies. These are the same strategies that we use when 7 and 8 figure businesses hire us to do sales directly for them at their events today. And it's the same strategies that built that $250K business in year one that we teach to our clients at Faith2Influence, Christian coaches and entrepreneurs, so that they can build the business that God has called them to. Thank you for tuning into the show. Today, the episode is about skill set development, specifically sales skill set development. To me, one of the most important things you could do as a coach, as a leader, as an entrepreneur, is develop and optimize your sales skill set. I was actually talking to our sales team today and reminding them that the most important thing on a sales call isn't to make a sale. The most important thing on every single sales call is to develop your sales skill set to the next level, to just get a little bit better, and then a little bit better, and then a little bit better. The reminder to our team was the next 500 sales are way more important than the 5 sales you could make right now. I want you to make sales right now. And if you're listening to this and you're trying to develop your sales skill set, I want you to make sales and grow your business while you're learning. But I don't want just 5 sales from you, and neither do you. You want to develop a sales skill set that could make 50 sales or 500 sales over the next years and decades in your business, or maybe even for some of you, 5,000 sales eventually. So let's develop that skill set as the highest priority. There are 3 key ways to focus on sales skill set development. The number one way is to study and learn a process that can work for you. If you haven't yet, go to goodsalespdf.com. You can download our 10-step sales process for free. www.goodsalespdf.com. You need a sales process. Winging it as a new entrepreneur isn't going to work very effectively. So number one, sales skill set development, you must learn a process and then study that process again and again and again. So find videos, recordings, live trainings to continue to enhance, books, etc., PDFs to continue to enhance your understanding of your sales process and to develop a skill set around it. The second thing that you can do is repetition. This is actually the most important of the 3 steps. There's no fast track to getting the reps. You're going to be much better on your 10th sales call than you are on your first. You're going to be way better on your 100th sales call than you were on your 10th, and way better at your 1,000th sales call than you were at your 100th. So get the repetitions in. Keep doing the work. Learn along the way. Great news is about repetitions is as you're learning, you're going to get paid to learn. You're going to make sales as you get the repetitions in. But think about it as getting the hours in to develop your skill set to a level that you know that you can fall back on it and consistently make sales and grow your business in a high integrity way again and again and again in any market. And then the third way to develop your skill set is to have a mentor, or at the very least a peer who you can talk about sales with on a regular basis. For me, when I was new, Ben Skemper was my mentor in sales for high ticket coaching programs. So after I hold a sales call, I'd go to Ben, I'd say, here's what happened. This is what I learned. This is what they said. What would you have done here? And we were able to process and break down the sales call together so that I could learn and develop from somebody who had a higher level of mastery than I have. You could do this with a peer. You could learn together and jump on regular calls to talk about your process and what you're learning and how you can get better and to exchange ideas. But if you can find a mentor or a master who's further along the journey than you, who you can process that sales call with, that's worth gold in developing your skill set. So those are the 3 things you want to focus on. Number one, find a sales process that feels like it honors your values and learn the process. Focus on the process. When I was new, I had a sales training that Jake Merriman made. It was an audio recorded training that was like 8 hours. And I remember listening to it 2 or 3 times promptly and taking notes and processing the information and learning this process. And that meant so much to me. That made it so much easier for me to make sales and execution, is because I was focused on developing and learning the process. And then the second step is to get the repetitions in. We have to actually be on real sales calls in real situations so that we can learn. If you feel more comfortable with it, feel free to reach out to people in your natural market and tell them that it's for practice. You can say, hey, I'm developing and growing a business entrepreneurially or a coaching business, and I need to practice my sales skill set. I want to run some high integrity sales calls and get practice and get feedback. Would you be willing to jump on a call with me? Can I practice with you? The great news about practicing with somebody who could potentially be a prospect is, of course, at the end of the call, they can say, actually, this sounds great. I'd love to buy. But the pressure's off. They don't need to buy. They know that you're working to develop your skill set. You'll still find opportunities through that. You can still ask for referrals, of course. But we have to get on sales calls. We have to invite people to buy. We have to get the real repetitions. And then the third step is to have a mentor, have someone that you can process your experiences with, who can give you feedback, who can ask you tough questions, and can help you go to another level. If you do these three things, when you do these three things, you'll find that over time, your skill set will develop and get better and better and better. And what we want to do is be getting better every single week, be getting better every single month, be getting better every single quarter, so that a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, you've got a skill set that is significantly valuable in the marketplace, to your business, and to others, and makes it really easy for you to make it easy for the right people to say yes and join your programs. I hope that you'll take on the challenge of sales skill set development and pursue mastery. This is the key to success long-term as an entrepreneur. God bless you all. Have an amazing week, and I'll talk to you more soon.